a good friend of mine sent me this video, told me he wanted me to check it out and do a reaction to it. Just a little bit of context about this. I did just read it to chat. We are live on TikTok. Like I normally tell you guys, if you're not tuned in or locked in with me, what's good with you, Logic? If you're not tuned in and locked in with me on TikTok, you need to go and hit that follow button on the platform. Jvrse XP on everything. But it says here, it says break generational curses. This is a powerful message from Dez Bryant. Growing up, he had a difficult childhood. His mom had him at 13 years old. Wow. And was arrested for dealing drugs when he was 8. He experienced instability and hardship firsthand. For example, he lived in 8 different homes when he was in high school. Like Dez so eloquently put it, you set the tone for your children. Okay, so that's inside of the video. So we're gonna check that out in a minute. So basically, this is a dude that had a rough upbringing. So I kind of want to hear what he has to say. I really wish I could remember which friend this was that sent this video to me, but without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's check this out.
Something to you real quick, mean a lot to me. Man, I ain't trying to cry, but just say break generational curses. Quit yelling at your kids before they go to bed and expect them to sleep well. Quit yelling at your kids in the morning right after they wake up before school and expect them to have a good day. You set the tone for your children. You set the tone for you set the tone for your voice. They will always remember in their heads. You become their inner voice. Don't be their inner critic. Speak life, speak love, speak bravery, kindness and hope. Speak wisdom and truth. Most of all, listen to your children. I never had none of that. I get that to mine. And that's my #1 priority. I follow that. That's how I break it. And I do it, I live it. I live it. You know, that narrative shit. That's what they never wanted to pick up.
Give me a second, bro.
Bro. 42 for real.
Damn, dog.
Wow.
Let me read something to you real quick.
Wow. I'm gonna need to watch that one more time. That was kind of a lot. I ain't gonna lie. That was kind of a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that one more time before I give an official response to that. Y'all drop some hearts in the chat if that kind of touched y'all in a way, cause that was crazy. I'm gonna watch it one more time.
Ain't lie to me. Man, I ain't trying to cry, but just say break generational curses. Quit yelling at your kids before they go to bed and expect them to sleep well. Quit yelling at your kids in the morning right after they wake up before school and expect them to have a good day. You set the tone for your children. You set the tone for you set the tone for your voice. They will always remember in their heads. You become their inner voice. Don't be their inner critic. Speak life, speak love, speak bravery, kindness and hope. Speak wisdom and truth. Most of all, listen to your children. I never had none of that. I get that to mine. And that's my #1 priority. I follow that. That's how I break it.
Dang, bro.
And I do it, I live it. I live it. You know, that narrative shit. That's what they never wanted to pick
Give me
up.
a second, bro.
Bro. 42 for real.
Damn, dog.
Let me read something to you real quick.
Wow. Yeah, that was wow. Wow. That made me emotional. Not gonna lie. For those of y'all that don't know, most of y'all do, especially if you've been a part of my community since last year, you obviously know this. Y'all know I'm an educator. And I can't express to y'all how many times, hey Medina, what's going on, lady? I can't express to y'all how many times that I've had students that have come in the classroom, and it is obvious that something happened before they came in the room. And this is not a slight to any of my coworkers, any of my counterparts, my peers at the job, but I'm just speaking from uh, an authentic and honest perspective just for a second. I've watched some of the staff members show total and utter disregard for however that kid may have been feeling, whatever it is that they may have been dealing with before they even got to us, before they got to the building. Like I've watched it. I've watched them get yelled at. I've watched them uh, get condescending questions asked to them. I've watched, and I hate using this word, but it's the truth. I've watched them get triggered, and certain individuals know that they are triggering them and just not care. Hearing what's his name, Dez Bryant, say that he never had any of the stuff that he just talked about, don't yell at your kids before they go to bed, you know, and expect them to get good rest at night. Don't yell at your kids before they go to school and expect them to have a good day. You set the tone. To know that, like, those two things, he named a lot. He named a good couple of things, but those two things, he never had that. Like, to say that he never had that, that's a big deal. Because it has the potential to make or break you as an individual in this world. Like, that's just something that's very, very true. Like, it really has the potential to make or break you. That's rough. And I just want to say, like, to all of the any parents, I'm sure I got a couple that's in here, or uh any of those that aspire to have kids that may be in here, man, be mindful of the energy that you put out towards your children, if you do have them or when you do have them, because they'll carry that. You're the first blueprint for how they are supposed to carry themselves, for what it is that they're supposed to become. Like, you are the first example of that. And if they're getting yelling, if they're getting, whoopings and stuff like that before they going into school, if they just getting mistreated, there's a disregard for how they feel, and they've tried to express to you that they feel like they're being disregarded and you don't handle that properly. My heart goes out to Dez Bryant and any other children that are now adults that have grew up with the instability and the lack thereof that he expressed. My heart truly does go out to those individuals, excuse me, because we're human beings, bro. Like, we got emotions, we got feelings. I don't care how old you get. It's just crazy to think about. That was a lot. Raquel, appreciate that follow. What's up, lady? How you doing? Welcome in. That's crazy. That was absolutely insane to just hear, to think about, to come face to face with. And I see it every day, but it was just put in complete and utter perspective just now. That was crazy. Wow. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I'm gonna put this up as soon as possible because I really want to know, like, are you the adult that it has experienced the trauma of just kind of being disregarded as a kid, and now you're an adult, and now there's just certain trauma that you got from when you were a preteen going into your teenage years, and it's just certain stuff that you just didn't have, that you weren't equipped with. And I'm not asking anybody to tell their business in the comment section, but just a little bit of transparency will go a long way. I promise. Man, that's crazy. That was tough. That was a tough first video. Man. Once again, let me know what you think in the comment section. Love you guys. And I'll catch y'all in that next video.